What's up guys, my name is Ace, and welcome back to Maps Exposed. This is a series where I cover all of the lines of sight, wall runs, as well as any other secret spots that I know of on every map in Infinite Warfare. In today's episode, we're going to be covering Skydock. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so this is going to be a relatively quick episode simply because Skydock doesn't have tons of spots, but it does have a few really cool spots that I'm going to be showing you today. So first up, this is a spot that a lot of people are catching on to, but still tons of people don't know about, and that is this secret little wall run underneath here. So instead of going up through the building, you can jump down to the wall run right here, catch the wall run, and then jump up to this area over here. This obviously works the other way as well, so you can drop down like this and get towards the mid-map area in a much more hidden and secret sort of way. Next up, over by this big rocket right here, most people will wall run on the outside edge around here, and this is exactly what people expect, and they'll just be pre-aiming that. You've got no cover, you'll be right out in the open, and you'll just be a free kill for them. So they'll just sit here and wait for you to come through here, and they'll just pick you off, no problem. Instead, as one alternative, I like to wall run on the inside part of here. It's a really minor thing that you can do. A lot of people didn't realize that you could wall run in there. But a lot of times it just takes that extra quarter second for the enemy to find you and lock onto you and get the kill on you. And that quarter second can make the difference between life and death. So if you are going to be wall running, I highly recommend wall running on the inside here rather than the outside, which is exactly where they expect you to be. Now another alternative, as long as this rocket isn't firing, you can actually wall run on the inside here as well. So you can catch this wall run, come across like this, and then just jump up and take your enemies by surprise that way. They won't expect it. They'll be, once again, looking up here. They won't be ready for you to suddenly pop up from this area right here. Next up, I've got a couple great lines of sight towards the B flag for domination. If you're on this side of the map, instead of coming up on this platform where everybody expects you to be, where you have almost no cover and you can get shot from people over there, people in the middle, and people on the B flag, a much better alternative to defend the B flag is from right here on the stairs. You get a nice line of sight. You can see most of the capture area of the B flag, and you'll most of the time be able to pick a guy off that's capturing the B flag from right here, and you remain a lot more hidden than standing out in the open. And since this map is so symmetrical, it's the same thing on this side. Instead of standing up in this room right where they expect you to be and right where you have no cover, come over to the stairs right here and you get an excellent line of sight towards the B flag. Now getting over towards the C flag, this is one of the spots that isn't symmetrical, so it only works on this side of the map. If you get an enemy that's posted up on that white barrel right there and you keep trying to challenge them from here, this is a 50-50 gunfight, and we don't like 50-50 gunfights. So instead of coming to this barrel to challenge him, I like to come back to this blue railing, pop up on the blue railing, and then you can just strafe over without falling off, of course, and there you go. You get much better cover. You can crouch to take complete cover from him, stand up, and you've got the advantage in this gunfight now. Now, right next to that spot, we've got this wall run right here, which is a very obvious wall run. Like, this is exactly where people expect you to go. What a lot of people don't know is you can actually wall run on the outside of that wall run, and you'll take your enemies by surprise much more often if you do that. So jump to the outside like this, and then you just suddenly jump out and boom. There's your enemies. They'll have no idea what hit them because they'll be looking for you right here, and then suddenly you just appear right here. Now just to be thorough, this is exactly the same on the A side of the map. We have this wall run, and instead of going to the inside, I highly recommend going to the outside of the wall run, so when you pop out, you suddenly appear and you'll be able to take your enemies off guard. Now finally, something I want to show you that isn't super secret or anything, it's just a little technique that I use to get more kills and less deaths in games while I'm playing this map. And a lot of people, I'm not seeing them do this move, and it's such a simple thing, is if you're in the mid-map area and you have enemies that are up on that platform, which is very, very common, don't challenge them from here. This is like that 50-50 gunfight and exactly where they expect you to be. It's very easy to take these guys on by jumping on this wall run, checking spawn, and then just jumping over and shooting them in the side. For some reason, people don't expect that move very often. They'll be so focused on the mid-map area that you'll kill them 99% of the time when you do that. Just always be aware, people could be coming off a spawn here, so always check that spawn when you jump onto that wall run. Also, once again, very symmetrical map, so I'm just going to point it out from the other side. Instead of challenging these guys from here, jump up to this wall run, check towards spawn, and then jump into this building and shoot them in the side. So there we have it. That's going to wrap it up for Skydock. I know it was a very short episode, and it's just a very simple map that doesn't have a ton of really imaginative spots. Let me know in the comment section below which one of the maps you'd like me to cover next. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.